Welcome, DT Powell. How are you doing?
Hey, Mandy. It's great to be here. I'm doing pretty well, just really busy working on a lot of stuff, getting ready for some big events and all kinds of fun stuff.
Well, she's going to be one of our 32 authors at the Fall Book Festival that is taking place on October 18th, downtown Greer at the historic Greer Depot. I'm so excited to show off this venue because it is so much fun. We'll be right near the train tracks, and occasionally there might be a train going by. So please share with us about your books.
Well, the two big ones that I'm going to be bringing with me, for starters, are my new release is a contemporary novel called With Mercy's Eyes. It is for Christian readers specifically, and it's what I like to call issue facing. So it talks
Hmm.
about some things that we deal with in pretty much everyday life, and some of them are pretty difficult subjects. So I really don't recommend that one for anyone under 18.
Mm.
But I also have this one. This is for everybody. This is a
Oh,
collection of fantasy and science fiction short stories. I have one entry in this book, and it is about a little baby space dragon that gets lost, and a ship captain has to help her find her way home. Now, I will have a few other things with me, but that pretty much represents the genres that I'll have. So, contemporary Christian fiction for adults and some fantasy and sci fi for everybody.
so how many titles altogether will you be bringing?
Mm, I believe, let's see, one, two, three, four, five or six I'll have with me.
Awesome. And with those five or six, um, they're series or they're standalones.
All of them are going to be standalones. Five of them, I believe five will be short story collections that I have short fiction in. So they'll be really easy, bite sized reads that you can visit whenever you have a few minutes. You won't have to invest a lot of time. If there's a story that's not connecting with you, that's fine. There's probably something else in that book that you will absolutely love. For the novel, that is a standalone novel, so you don't have to worry about committing to a series with that one.
So, what do you have coming down the lines for future? So, do you have any more books planned? And if so, what can we expect to be seen?
Well, I'm always working on something. So right now I have a novella that's set to come out in December, and it's about a woman who has just gone through some church hurt situations. It is Christian fiction. Pretty much anybody probably could read it, but it is for adults. However, there's nothing in there that I wouldn't hand to a young adult reader. But that is going to be coming out again in December. And then I have a standalone science fiction novel that I'll be working on after that.
Ooh. Any ideas on when that will come out?
Um, I'm not sure. That one I'll be pitching to a traditional publisher. So,
Ah.
yep, if they do decide to pick that up, it'll probably be a couple of years. So not super close, but that's the nature of traditional publishing, unfortunately.
So the books that you'll be bringing with you, are those traditionally published, small press, or did you self-publish?
The titles I'll have with me are a combination of self-published and small press. The
Okay.
novel is self-published. All of the short stories are through small presses.
And what made you decide to go the traditional press route with your science fiction novel?
For the science fiction novel, I actually have some existing relationships with a traditional publisher
Mhm.
and some of the authors at that publishing house. So I know sort of what they're looking for right now. And the novel that I have am preparing to write fits exactly what they're looking for. So, out of a practical standpoint, and so that I don't have to continue doing a ton of marketing on my own for that, then I can have a traditional publisher's help to do that end of it, all the distribution and some help with connections and all of that. So anything that saves me time, I'm here for.
So, what is your process of writing? Are you a plotter with an outline and you stick to your outline? Are you a pantser where you just sit down and write, or is it somewhere in between?
Well, like you kind of referenced, that is it's a spectrum. It's not really an either or.
Hmm.
So for me, I lean really far pantser. So I'm like 80-20,
Okay.
percent pantser, 20% plotter. I don't outline though. I go in knowing maybe a handful of things and then I go
Hmm.
off of that. And once I discover and learn a bit more about the characters that I'm working with and can understand what they would and wouldn't do, all of that, then I'll reverse engineer a structural, uh, like in Excel, I'll make a worksheet that lists all the scenes and who's in them and when they are and all that fun stuff.
Hmm.
And then I can see maybe what I need to change and add, which is really fun for me.
Okay. So you like almost reverse engineer your outline.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that because that's the way I lean. So, what are you reading then?
Oh, wow. I read a lot. Last year I read 132 books.
Wow,
I actually
that's
write book
awesome.
reviews for a magazine called Clean Fiction Magazine.
Oh, okay.
So, I read a lot of fantasy and science fiction. And actually, this coming quarter, I'm going to be switching to our junior fiction division, which is for kids like 8 to 14.
Okay.
So, lots of middle grade as well. Those are the
Hmm.
things I really love to read.
So, you write reviews. Is that your full-time job, or do you have something else that you do for a job outside of that?
So I do writing work full time. Some of those things I do more frequently than others.
Mhm.
So for the book reviews, I write as many book reviews in a quarter pretty much as I can. And that just, however long that takes me, is however long it takes me.
Mhm.
It's essentially part time, that is. And then writing my novels and my short stories
Mhm.
is pretty much equivalent to my full time job.
Awesome. So, do you have family, spouse, children, pets? Is it
I am happily married with 2 cats at the moment.
Ooh, 2
Yep,
cats.
2 cats.
Awesome. Do your cats get into your stories at all?
Mm, not really. Now, they like to hang out with me when I'm writing or editing, but
Okay.
they haven't made it into a story as of yet. I won't say they never will, but they haven't yet.
Awesome. And, so you have one novel that you're looking at going the traditional publishing route. Do you have more past that, or what is your long-term goal?
I have at least one more title that I have, some brainstorming ideas for.
Mhm.
I always have multiple ideas on a back burner. And yeah, usually I just pick the one that I'm most passionate about at that time and go for
Mhm.
that one. I do have some other things that I write on the side just for my personal benefit. So I also have that stuff going. So whenever I want to put off working on one, I just kind of hop to the other one until I can figure out what to do on the main project. So, but yeah, I anticipate doing this pretty literally forever. I don't intend to not be writing at any point in my life. So, yeah, definitely going to be a something that continues long into the future.
And what kind of events do you have coming up between now and October?
I do have a local author event in Travelers Rest
Mm,
coming up in about 2 weeks.
mm-hmm,
That's at an independent bookstore called As the Page Turns.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yep, she does a lot of local author events, and it's a really good place to meet people and readers. Well, people meaning readers and writers. But I also have an event in September, and that is, the Carolinas International Book Fair.
Mm.
So, that's gonna be another really fun one, and they have a different venue this year, so hopefully it'll be a little more accessible, a little more visible for people. So those are gonna be 2 really fun events that I have coming up in the next couple months.
Oh, fun. And then you'll round out in October with our event downtown Greer, which we also there's a um artisan makers market that is also taking place downtown. So there's lots to do in downtown Greer when the book festival happens. So I'm so looking forward to that and looking forward to meeting you in person.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for coming on today and taking a little bit of time out of your busy schedule.
Well, thank you for having me. It was really fun. It was really great to talk to you because I've only ever seen you on a YouTube video. So now I get to, see you in an interview setting, which is great. And then I'm looking forward to seeing you in October.
See you there. Thank you.